So I always like to start the conversation talking about what these resources are to us as tribal people. We're talking about a hydroelectric facility that's built in the center of our reservation, which we preserved pursuant to the Hellgate Treaty of 1855 in negotiations with the United States. So we came up with the negotiated settlement that we have where we preserve the reservation and access to resources off of it. And so when we think about this is the center of our homelands, the center of our creation stories. Um, we have a spiritual and religious connection to this place, as well as a resource connection. Kerr Dam was constructed in the 1930s as the part of an implementation of assimilation policies imposed by the United States government. Bottom line, trying to convert us into what mainstream society, figuring we'd just fade away. They're trying to turn us all into farmers. So we went through an allotment phase. This facility was built as part of those policies. The tribes and tribal people were part of the construction as it went through and got built. Not only was it a sacrifice of resources, it was a sacrifice of people. There were 13 tribal members that were killed during construction. One of them was one of the chief's sons. So it was impactful for us as tribal people. So our approach to all of this was, we don't have a good way to stop this, but we know we're not going anywhere. So as we think about going into the future, what can we do to work with the situation that we're dealt? So there's 50-year licenses issued in 1930. That license expired in 1980. The tribes competed to own it then. We exercised our option then to acquire it on September 5th of 2015. And that's when the Energy Keepers was stood up as a tribal corporation to manage this facility. That era of assimilation that I talked about ended in 1934. Every tribe went through pretty severe economic conditions. So they said, yeah, let's do something different. And the something different is the Indian Reorganization Act. Allows us as tribes to organize as a tribal government and then have a government to government relationship through our treaty.
Mm-hmm.
So we as a tribal people said, we're ready for that new relationship. So we became the first tribe in the country to adopt a constitution and be recognized under that act. And so it launched our government and away we went.